Welcome back to another day of food for the soul, baby. Today, I will be doing beef tips and rice from scratch. Oh yes, I love my beef tips and rice. I love this recipe, and you will love it too. Just try it out. But first, I need for you to don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and give me a thumbs up for YouTube and keep on circulating my videos. Don't forget to read that Bible verse at the bottom of the description to feed that soul. And let's get ready for all this deliciousness and all this goodness. Booyah! First thing I do is I get me a pack of beef tips. And I love me some good old beef tips. This is a big family pack because I'm feeding a lot. Next thing is I get some meat tenderizer. And I always use the unsalted kind of meat tenderizer. So I just mix it on up. Yeah, just like that. So next to that, about to add me some good old sherry wine, about 1/3 cup full of sherry wine. Mix this bad boy up just like that. Oh yes, mix it up and set this bad boy to the side for like 30 minutes to let everything marinate. So while that's marinating, do is give me some good old olive oil in my pot and let that get hot like fire. And right after that, I'm about to add me some good old onions. And I'm going to let my onions cook till they get translucent. Just like that. And when they get translucent, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. 1 tablespoon. Just go by eye with it. And then right after that, I'm just going to throw a dash of sherry wine in there. Like just a dash of it. You want to put more to it, you can. And just let this cook about a good minute or two. So while that's doing this thing, about to add some salt to my beef tips. You always can add 2, but you can't take out, but try not to add too much because it's by taste. So next thing is you're going to add some more pepper to it. Just like that. And when you get through, get yourself some good old garlic powder. And just bless it just like that. All this goodness and all this deliciousness. Right after that, you get yourself some good old onion powder. And you mix it all together. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. But lastly but not least, get yourself some good old garlic salt. And you add some garlic salt to it. Just like that. And you just mix everything together real good. So it's time to add to my pot. Just add these good old beef tips like that to that pot. And remember, you always can add more flavor to it, but try not to add too much. So that's the reason why I'm not going to have a certain portion of them. But these beef tips are looking good. They're done. But nextly, so if you have some beef base, some beef stock, add that. I'm just going to add some water to my pot. Just like that, because I'm about to make my gravy. Nextly, got me some good old beef base. And I'm about to put about 1.5 tablespoons in there. Beef base. I'm going to mix it all together and let everything come to a boil. And right after that is I'm grabbing some good old oyster sauce. About 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And just mix that in real good. Just like that. And this is smelling so good. This is smelling so good. Right after this is, so lastly but not least is, give me some good old roux. So what this is flour and cold water from the tap. So I just mix that up together. Now, I get myself a cup. So I add some of my liquid in with this right here because of the fact that you don't want to add that cold roux to this hot liquid. So you do it gently, gradually, just like the way I'm doing it. So as soon as you do that, you just mix it all in together. There you go. Make sure that you stir up the same time. Stir it up because you don't want no lumps, no nothing. And you cook this until this get thick. So if you want real thick gravy, add more to it. But I like my gravy a certain way. And there you go, man. This food is done. So it's time for me to plate one up for you. Give me 1 cup of some good old rice, just like that. Now it's time for my good old beef tips and gravy. Just throw them on top like that. And it's looking so good and smelling so good. Man, y'all really do need to try this recipe because it's really good. But again, so if you want thicker gravy, just add more roux to it. And there you go, man. Look at that. And there you go, homemade beef tips and rice from scratch. You can't get no better than that. It's time for me to smash. But hey, before y'all go and I go, don't forget to read that Bible verse at the bottom of the description to feed that soul, baby. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, leave me a comment. And I'll see you next time on Food for the Soul, baby. Booyah!